what keeps coming up in these meetings where we hear instruction about how to do practice, um, and practice in daily life. Um, but what is so kind of monumentally uh, striking to me is that I feel like I was never any good at doing practice, or remembering, noticing during the day. Um, and my sitting practice is often just a mess, it's just, and um, that early on, I think you said doesn't matter. And I didn't really believe you. But when I still feel like I can't do what you're suggesting in order to progress on this path. And, but what's so apparent to me is that it has nothing to do with me. I mean, any kind of feeling like, oh, I understand things, or something has happened that has changed my life, and it was not my doing. It was never my doing because I'm not any good at it. I was not a good student, I'm a good student because I come to all these meetings and I listen, but um, I feel so weak as a doer. Um, and and that doesn't matter. Do you know if somehow it didn't matter and something has taken hold of my life or whatever we call that, um, and moved me. And um, so, I come to the meetings and I listen to what I should do or what I would intend to do if but at the same time, there's this feeling all the time like, well, it's out of my hands. And and it's almost like I hear these things, yeah, well, of course we want to do the right thing, but um, sort of secretly, I think, well, I'm not going to be any good at that. Um, and and something is just carrying me or carrying this lifetime, so I just want to say that.
Yeah. I think to some degree we can all share in that what you just said. That is how the practice has always felt to me as well. You know, that's why often on these meetings I'll also mention that life is a river that flows to truth. It is true regardless of whether you're on the path or not, but especially if you're on the path, and especially if you're hearing this message, then life, however it is happening personally and spiritually, it is a current flowing to truth. And something without our asking brought this teaching to our life, even when we were completely lost in materiality in the world. Even when we were so lost, something guided us inward. That same something, as you mentioned, is continuing to guide this journey, bringing it clearer and clearer, deeper and deeper, subtler and subtler, more and more truthful. On the surface, yes, it appears I'm inspired by the teaching. I'm motivated to practice. I'm doing my best. I'm failing. It never feels like I'm practicing enough. It never feels like my practice is good enough, successful enough. It doesn't matter. That's exactly how things need to be. In the beginning, as you said, we don't believe this. When it is said to us that, hey, don't judge your practice, just stay consistent, just continue on. We don't believe it. But gradually, we really see the truth of it. Like, because there's a clarity that starts to unravel, and it's undeniable. So you may not experience spiritual progress in the way you had set out to, and that's a beautiful thing because anything you could expect to experience would not be valuable. It would not be the true spiritual clarity. But there's a clarity that is undeniable, undoubtable, that starts to unravel, and then you start to see how silly my judgments and my measures of progress really were. So yeah, I totally agree, and I'm sure many of us share that with you. So nothing remains different, going forward, it still feels like, hey, I'm imperfect. I can't practice properly. I can't fully embody and this and that, abide and this and that. We just don't pay attention to any of these things. And we just continue on, let life reveal itself. Yes, seeking truth with a certain devotion, yet at the same time, not even really being attached to anything called self-realization or enlightenment. Who am I to create some result? Who am I to know what is meant to happen in this life and what life has planned and where it should end up? Let's just enjoy the ride. That's what I like about this path. Practice is the destination, the path is the outcome, you know. Mhm. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. If you need help taking your practice deeper, dissolving mind identification, and becoming more established in your true nature, consider joining our school using the link in the description. Thanks. Have a great day.